Hello everyone, Flash Notion here, back for another reaction to Harley Quinn. Hang on. uh, Sorry, voice almost got stuck in a different, I don't know the words. I'm not a voice actor officially, so I don't know how to refer to it, but I almost got stuck doing a weird voice. So yeah, Harley Quinn season 3. First episode wasn't great. Second episode was. We kind of have a direction right now. Frank may be a god, like he said he was. I don't think he actually is. I think he has powers now, and like an actual body that he can walk around with. That's fucking weird. So, we'll see where that goes, I guess. See if they pick up where we left off with the Bat family as well. Maybe they'll skip ahead a little bit there. I don't know. Either way, yeah, I mean, it's a cool setup that we got going on right now. Now I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Yeah. So, let's get into it. We will switch over to here, and, yeah. Get started in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so a quick check online of the title for episode 3, and it turns out, no, I did not get the 4th episode. They just straight up did not answer what the fuck happened to Frank. Okay, sure. So, that episode was interesting. Yeah, I don't... So, we caught up with Kite Man. He's dating Golden Glider. So, a lot of what I know about the DC universe comes from either Death Battle, because of course it does, and... double checking Death Battle's facts via wiki crawls, because, they oftentimes blend a lot of different versions of characters together, so I gotta make sure that the information they're giving me is accurate. But it's either Death Battles or the Arrowverse. And in that case, it really is usually just going back and saying, okay, what did they change? With wikis. Because, they changed so frickin' much. But one of the characters that I never bothered checking on is Golden Glider, who, in the Flash TV show, they just made her to be Captain Cold's, sister, cousin, something, I don't know. And she just had a gold gun. Like how he has a cold gun, she has a gold gun, you get it? Yeah, it was dumb. And they only ever used her, twice. So, I mean, part of that's because the Flash TV show just sucks ass. I'm distance enough from it now to actually admit that. There were some cool things in that show. There was a lot of promise to that show, but it sucked ass. They changed way too much. The writers had no idea how to handle the Flash as not even as a character, but just like as a hero, but also, yeah, as a character. And so they ended up just writing it terribly. They tried to write it as a shonen series of all fucking things. Like, they should have gotten the writers for Superman and Lois to handle it, because the writers for Superman and Lois do a really good job at actually writing Superman as an absolutely overpowered character, but they do it in a way that it's actually realistic why he can't solve certain problems immediately. You know, sometimes, like, he's holding back too much because he doesn't recognize his opponent's strength, or because he doesn't actually want to hurt the opponent. Or other times it's, you know, kryptonite, of course. But just as often they give him problems that he can't, you know, immediately just punch and solve. A lot of that show's problems are related to his family and his community and stuff that it's actually hard for him to solve the problem. I need to finish watching season 2 of that still. I also need to finish watching season 8 of The Flash because, I mean, I'm still curious how it turned out, even though it sucks ass. Looping back around there. And now let's loop back to Harley Quinn without an actual segue, because why not? Right, so, yeah, Golden Glider, that's cool. You know, we caught up with Kite Man. Caught up with Joker a little bit. He and Bethany are still going fine. You know, Riddler and fucking Clock King, that's cool, I guess. Just, what the fuck? Like, I guess it's technically sweet and not, I don't know. I expected Riddler to be faking so that way he could steal the award or something. I don't know. It was fucking... It came out of nowhere to me. Then again, I mean, like, in hindsight, he was flexing a lot towards Dr. Psycho. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so, I mean, this episode didn't do much to advance the overall plot. I mean, it certainly advanced Clayface's story a fair amount. And, yeah, that's about it. God damn it. Mauled to death by the tiger. Fucking hell. Right, so aside from that, I think the highlight of this episode was just that, yeah, this episode, it showed the best of Harley and Ivy. Like, them being loving and supportive and, you know, working things out together, more or less. Like, you get what I mean. Like, this episode showed why the two of them work together. For now. So, I'm not sure how that fits into what all I said in the last video, but, you know, we'll see. And then, yeah, like, they didn't follow up with the Frank thing. Did he explode? Like, off screen? I feel like if Frank exploded, Harley, or Ivy, rather, would be a lot more sad. So, yeah. Oh, jeez, I don't know what that was. I'm not that tired, actually. I just needed to yawn. So sorry. Uh, yeah, so I'm very curious as to what happened with Frank, and they have a lot to explain there. But, you know, they're staying in Selena's place. Selena is staying with Bruce right now, which is a thing. Um, and apparently they like to do a lot of things in their costumes. Damn. Kinky. Anyways, yeah. As far as Catwoman's speech there, that was another thing. Like, yeah, the uh, yeah, Black Manta. It was actually a whole thing. Like, a lot of people don't know this, but Black Manta wasn't always black. Like, it seems self-evident, and you know, pretty much every modern depiction that I can think of has had him be black. But for the longest time, he wasn't seen without his costume on, so nobody knew he was actually black. Uh, it was kind of it's funny. Um, and then you know he takes the costume off in an actual comic panel, and he says like, "Why the fuck do you think I'm called Black Manta?" Okay, he didn't say fuck, but he should have. Um, but yeah, it was a whole thing. Um, and funnily enough, that actually reminds me of another comic story, much smaller, what if type story, about Black Panther, where in this what if story, the Avengers recruit Black Panther to the team as a token minority character, but they've also never seen him without his costume on. So they just assume he's black, but then he takes off his hood and he's just like, "Surprise, bitch, I'm South African, so I'm fucking white." And it's just like a whole thing. But yeah, that's a what if story, so it's not canon. But I always thought that was fucking hilarious. Just, you know, assumptions all around. And then there's that guy who has oh my god. What's the trope name? Like, it's like oh, let's see if I can unfortunate character design. Or something like that. Accidental innuendo, maybe? Fashion victim villain. Okay. That guy's... That... So... Okay, let's try that one then. I swear to God, there used to be a trope. Used to be a trope, I forget what the name was, that had the canon guy with... Oh, you know what? I'll just, comic villain Dick Cannon. Oh, what is this guy? Codpiece, there we go. Codpiece. Jesus Christ. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, the guy's name is Codpiece, and I swear to God, he used to be the image for a page on TV tropes. I forget which one. But yeah, his whole thing is that he has a gigantic dick cannon tool machine thing there, right on his crotch there. It's fucking, it's terrible character design. You know that somebody was taking the fucking piss when they designed him, because like, how the hell do you get away with that sort of thing, right? Like, he's so ridiculous, but so funny. I think it's amazing. Um, and yeah, he's probably not going to be important, but yeah, he's just one of he's one of the ones that I always remember and can never forget, just because like, oh god, there's even been action figures made of him. Oh my god, what the hell? Why? Just why? I mean, aside from aside from his weapon, his costume design is pretty neat. I mean, he does overall look like he belongs like right there in the '80s with fucking Cobra and uh what other organizations were there, like the mask villains, I can't remember, just like all the cheesy '80s villains that you can think of. Um, Masters of the Universe. He looks right out of Masters of the Universe. Aside from the giant cod piece that he is named for. Yeah. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Um, so yeah, this was a fine episode. Not as good as the second episode, but it was fine. Um, Harmless. You know. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it because I don't really have anything else to say. I went on the whole rant last time about theorizing where it could go, and this episode didn't really give me anything new to go with in that route. So I'm just not gonna bother. Like, yeah. Um, I am hoping that a lot of this stuff ties back together because seasons 1 and 2 were really good about taking all the little stuff and tying it together by the end. So I'm expecting stuff like Riddler and Clock King, um, uh, the Selena and Bruce thing, um, whatever went on with Frank off screen, uh, the movie that with James Gunn right there. Like, I'm expecting all of that sort of stuff to tie back in somehow. Um, or at least have a conclusion that is kind of important in some way. At the least, I expect character parallels with the conclusions. Like how in season 2, we had King Shark and his whole relationship with Tabitha or whatever her name was, um, and yeah, how that worked out. I don't want to recap the whole thing. So, we've all watched season 2, presumably. So y'all know what I'm talking about. But like that whole thing was a good parallel sorts to how Ivy and oh fuck's sake, Ivy and Kite Man, to how that was working out. Like King Shark didn't want to get married. He stood up for himself, said as much, and then he went and did it anyways because he literally had no choice. But Ivy did have a choice, and she was trying to get married to Kite Man and force it, but he also stood up for himself, and he was just like, "No, we both know that this isn't gonna work out in the long term, most likely. So let's just not even bother. We'll find people that we're happier with, all that sort of thing." Like, I thought it was a good parallel there. Could have been a little bit stronger, but it was good to have that. Right. So yeah, expecting I'm expecting those kind of parallels in this season with all those little side plots. I expect them to either come back in a major way or tie back into the overall plot or something. You know, like there's a lot that could happen, but we're only on episode 3. Okay, maybe I am a little bit tired. um, Still, I think I can get one more done tonight. Yeah, we'll see. For now, that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye bye.